Good evening, everyone. I'm Lori Severson, president of the Edina Chamber of Commerce. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look at all of the people here. We have 2 rooms. The other room is packed as well. We're very excited to have you with us tonight. This is our 20th annual Taste of Edina, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce and Edina Liquor. We're very excited, and this is actually the 2nd year for our annual chef's competition. We're so pleased and excited to have with us this evening as Master of Ceremonies, Jason DeRusha. And I think many of you know Jason from all of the work he's done with WCCO. But before I bring him on to get the competition started, I want to give you a little bit of Jason's background. And we're pleased that he's here because once you hear this list, it's amazing that he actually has time to join us. As I mentioned, many of you know Jason from WCCO. He co-anchors This Morning. He also is co-anchor for WCCO Mid-Morning and the News at Noon. He's the station's food reporter, and he also produces DeRusha Eats for WCCO Saturday morning. As I said, I'm not sure where he finds the time, but he's also contributing editor and columnist for the Minneapolis-St. Paul Magazine, president of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, the foundation, and a part-time host on WCCO Radio. And boy, I had to take a breath to get through all of that. Also, this year, Jason was also nominated for the prestigious James Beard Award in broadcast journalism for his segment, DeRusha Eats. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud and excited to introduce you to Jason DeRusha to kick off our chef's competition.
Lori, thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing? You guys good? This is so much better than last year, isn't it? Who was here last year? Yeah. You can breathe tonight. This is so much better. All right, we're going to meet our 3 chefs taking part in the 2nd annual Taste of Edina competition, but I want them to get to work because they have 30 minutes. 30 minutes. You guys don't want to talk, right? You want to go. So let's get going. 30 minutes on the clock right now, and it starts with the revealing of our secret ingredient for the appetizer in this basket. You are using kale. Kale. You're astonished. You can't believe it, but it's kale. So do you guys get this kale right here? Come and get it. This is what you're using, right? Look at this kale. You guys can use your own kale. You can use this kale. Does everybody have some kale? All right. It doesn't get trendier than kale right now. This is red hot. And so the chefs are off and working. They have 2 parts to this competition. They have to make an appetizer and then a main course. Both courses have to use this secret ingredient, delicious kale. I remember the first time I had kale, and I think I was horrified by the idea of it. What on earth is this? And the first time we made it, I think we burned it. It wasn't very good. But now that we know how to use it, it is delicious. You're seeing kale in so many restaurants, so many dishes. And our 3 contestants are off. We have Robert Kutcher, Martha Sipma, and Paul Nye. Can we have a nice round of applause for our 3 chefs? Our teams are from Edina Grill, McCormick, and Schmick's, and our returning champion, defending champion, Pinstripes from last year. And they are off to the races. They have 30 minutes to do the first round. They'll be scored on flavor, texture, color, and plating. So while we cook, we want you to enjoy and keep having a good time in the 2 rooms with all the great restaurants and great vendors we have in Edina. And what a scene it is here in Edina at the restaurant community. So different from even 5 or 10 years ago. And frankly, the best news for the night is that the judges are now being delivered wine. So I feel like that's going to work out very well for everybody involved, yeah. I know, should I take Carl's glass? Carl may not show up, right? I'll just take this. Thanks, Gary. All right, let's take a look. Up on the big screen, you're seeing the work of Chef Kutcher from Pinstripes. And we're not sure quite what he's up to here. The kale is ready. Kale is interesting because there are so many different varieties of kale. I think people equate kale with the giant kale that was in the basket. But I don't know, there are probably 7 or 8 different types of kale that I've seen, right, Chef?
Oh, yeah. You got red, you got green, and then you've got different varietals of baby or large. I like this here.
You're using this stuff here. What do we call this?
Green kale.
That's the green kale, the standard green kale, which you probably find at Jerry's Foods right here in Edina. All right, so Chef is off and running. 30 minutes. 30 minutes for an appetizer is a pretty decent amount of time, right? But are you guys stealing your time and doing some of the work on the main course in the first 30 minutes? No? Are you lying? Martha, how's it going?
Good.
What do you know what you're doing for your appetizer?
I do.
Do you want to tell us, or is it going to be a big surprise?
It's going to be a big surprise.
All right, it'll be a big surprise. How many of you are fans of the Edina Grill? Edina Grill. Make some noise. Make some noise out there. Very good. All right, excellent. A fine, fine restaurant here in the Twin Cities in Edina. I know it's one of the favorites of my colleague Mark Rosen at Channel 4. Everybody says that Rosen's table is at Manny's. I think the truth is it's at the Edina Grill. Let's take a look at the clock here. We're 5 minutes into our second annual Taste of Edina Chef Cook-Off. The joy of this is that these dishes are all judged by a panel of 3 judges, or maybe 2. Here's the deal. We have 3 judges. I'll be honest. I live in Maple Grove. It took me about a week and a half to get down here to Edina, thanks to all the construction on Highway 100. But you won't hear me complain about it because you guys have to deal with it every single day. I just had to do it today to get down here. We're down to 25 minutes left. I feel like 30 minutes is a pretty good chunk of time for different contests that I've judged. 30 minutes to get this appetizer going. And these appetizers look delicious. Chef, do you know what you're doing for your appetizer? Italian beef sliders is going to be the app.
A kale and citrus salad with that.
All right, Italian beef sliders with a kale and citrus salad is the dish coming out of the gate here from Pinstripes. All right. I'm originally from Chicago. Italian, thank you very much. You can't beat an Italian beef, right? I mean, exactly. But this is going to be a little different, I suspect. This looks like medallions of beef that'll be on these sliders. So we'll see what the flavoring is. Chef Nye down here on this end for McCormick and Schmicks. What a beautiful presentation we have going on over here already. I can smell this. Just smells fantastic over here. Chef, why don't you tell us what are you up to?
Well, we're going to make a gazpacho out of kale with a citrus salad and seared tuna. And then we're going to follow it with a beef roulade that's stuffed with kale, pesto.
And that'll be for the main course?
Oh, yep, for the main course.
So we're starting with a gazpacho with kale and a citrus salad for the appetizer course. Sounds very good. Lately, I'll tell you, I've been drinking a lot of kale. I think a lot of people are using, I will say I'm a recent convert. One of my coworkers at Channel 4, Natalie Nias. So at Channel 4, I anchor the morning news on from 4:30 till 7 in the morning, and then I anchor a 9 o'clock show called WCCO Mid-Morning. And I work with all of these very beautiful young women. I feel like an old man at the ripe old age of 40. But you feel like you have to keep up, so I've been drinking like salad smoothies in the morning. It's not easy. It's not easy trying to keep up with the beautiful people. I'll tell you why. When your side job is going out and eating all the time, and then you have to sit next to a Jamie Yuccas or a Kylie Burse, Kim Johnson, Sue. It's a tough life. I can't compete with the beauty. I can't. I just can't. What can you do? Let me introduce you to two of our judges. We may have three. We may pick one of you to come up and be the third judge. We'll find out. Sue Zellickson. Let's have a nice round of applause for Sue.
Oh, thank you.
Let's get that microphone. You probably have to take that thing off of there. Got to get it up nice and close. Sue, how you doing?
I'm doing. Am I on? Oh, it is on.
You're
okay.
on. Oh, yeah.
I'm doing great, and I marvel at you. 4 o'clock in the morning means you get up at 3 or
Yeah.
earlier.
Well, I wake up at 2:30 in the morning.
2:30.
2:30.
That's because you live so far away from the station.
Well, it takes me 18 minutes to get to work. It's not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, I get to work at 3:30 to give me a little bit of time to try to prepare for what it is that we're doing.
And then
at
you're on
work.
until noon.
And then I'm on at 4:30 until 7.
and
then
9 to 9:30.
and then again from 9 to 10.
9 to 10. Okay.
So what happens is you have a day like today where all throughout the 9 a.m. show I was thinking, I really wish I had an opportunity to go to the bathroom today, because I did not. We were on the roof twice for 2 different segments, and so sometimes the only chance you have to go to the bathroom when you're on TV for 3.5 hours in the morning is in between a commercial break.
Well,
But we
you're
were
young.
using that time to climb the stairs up 3 flights of stairs
I'll
to
have
get to
to
the
put
roof.
in a new bathroom for you.
I know. In my next contract, maybe we can get an attorney from Edina to negotiate my
That's
next
a great
deal.
idea.
Maybe we can get a porta potty in the studio. That would be fantastic.
Before we eat your food.
Wayne Kostrowski is also one of our judges. We had 2 let's have a nice round of applause for Wayne. Both Wayne and Sue were here last year, right? You guys both did this last year. All 3 of us got asked back, which came as a bit of a surprise to me. Speaking for myself, not that they asked you to.
I'm the late sub on the judging. You recruited me. Good to see you. Jim Hovland.
We got the mayor as our 3rd judge, Jim Hovland from Edina.
That's called a judge ringer.
That's right. That's right. All right. Oh, look at that. You even got a very fancy name tag.
Temporary name tag.
Take that, Carl Benson. Your name tag has been turned inside out. Yeah. Now, the mayor, of course, is used to pandering to get votes. And so now it's the chefs who it's turnabout. You get to cast the vote today, which I think is good. Not that I imply you are pandering. Actually, I am implying. It's what you have to do.
Jim, he doesn't live here.
No, right, exactly.
He lives up in the Grove.
I do. I live in Maple Grove. I'm sorry.
Far, far away.
It's my wife's fault. We blame her.
It's beginning to smell good.
It is. It's starting to smell great here on the
Something you
stage.
said this morning on the morning news, I thought was a well-coined expression. I can't remember what it was, but I like what you had to say about something.
Thank you.
If that's vague enough.
My co-anchors give me a hard time because, sometimes I'll just say what I think.
Yeah, well, it was refreshing and it was a good use of language.
It was some nasty language, if I recall.
No, I wasn't there.
You never
It
know.
was artful.
Oh, very good. All right, we're under 19 minutes to go, and it's really starting to smell great up here. Martha, you look so calm. You're just totally chill up here. This is no worries for you?
We're prepared. It's going to be all right.
You're prepared. All right. Is this a challenging environment for you? I mean, you're used to your kitchen at the Edina Grill. A little more room. But this is pretty good. Is this an induction top or just a regular electric?
Induction tap.
Yeah, those induction tops can be kind of tricky to work with, I think.
Different than at the restaurant. So there's that element to it.
Yeah. All right. Very fun. We'll see how that works out. You're the only one who hasn't revealed your appetizer. Do you want to give up the goods now?
We're doing sort of a twist on a spring roll.
Ooh, all right. A spring roll twist. I'm very excited to taste that. Spring rolls are one of the things we love making with our family at home. The kids love it. It's hands-on. You can put what you want in there. They went to school the other day and had a spring roll with school lunch. And they were like, this is not what we're used to. It's not quite the same as what we do at home. All right. Take a look at the clock there. What are we down to? 17 minutes, it looks like. We unveiled the secret ingredient just about 10 minutes ago. It is kale. Kale will be a part of both of these dishes. And as far as the judging goes, That's something the judges can consider. It's not its own category, the use of the secret ingredient. But I'll guarantee you that the judges will take that secret ingredient into account. It smells. It does smell a little garlicky up here. Who's the garlic fan on our panel? Is that over here? Is that the pinstripes? No. No.
Mayo.
Oh, there's a garlic mayo over here. A shallot mayo. All right. A lot of beef. Very beef heavy operation. And that's the second. They use beef for the second thing. Is that right? Whatever they wanted. All right. Very good. Kale is the only thing they had to use. Great looking crowd out here. What a beautiful day, isn't it? Just fantastic. This week has been awesome. All right, we couldn't do this today without our sponsors, and I want to bring up our chef's competition sponsor. It is Jerry's Foods, Dale Riley, General Manager. Dale, nice to see you. Let's have a nice round of applause for Dale. Dale, how's it going?
What happened to your orange tie you had on this morning?
So that is a very good question. My orange tie this morning, so I had this orange pocket square and orange tie on, and in our 9 o'clock, all day at Channel 4, we've been doing a fundraiser for the Animal Humane Society. And in our 9 a.m. show, we had puppies up on the roof with us. And the puppies started biting my tie. And so they started, we had two debacles that happened to me in the morning today. First, we did a story on Grey Duck chai. If any of you, anybody like chai tea in this room? It has that wonderful spiced, deep flavor. In Grey Duck chai, it's a great story. It'll air again on our news Saturday morning on Channel 4. But Grey Duck was started by these two young kids. One was a chef. One was a server at the same restaurant. Katie, the chef, comes up to the server and is like, "Hey, you want to try my chai tea?" And he never had tried it before, and he tried it and loved it. And I asked, I'm like, was this kind of a flirtatious delivery of tea here? And she's like, well, maybe. So they started this company, Grey Duck Chai, which at first you could only get at coffee shops. And now you can get it at stores. They're selling it. They bottled it. It's retail. And they're getting married. But as I went to the roof for one of the segments, one of my coworkers bumped into me and the chai spilled all over my tie. So first I get chai on the tie, then I get a dog eating the tie. I'm like, it's time to retire the tie.
Are your socks safe, though? That's the important thing. Yeah, there you go.
The socks are fine. Thank goodness. The socks were not harmed in the show today. Hey, our secret ingredient is kale. Over at Jerry's, are you finding more of an interest in using kale? I see it so much more often now.
Yeah, it's one of the leading green vegetables that we have right now and growing in popularity all the time. And so we have both conventional and organic kale most days. And one of the chefs today requested some black kale, so we sourced that for him as well. So it's pretty cool.
It is interesting how we've seen this growth in the organic vegetables, and you guys are really perfectly positioned for that, aren't you?
Yeah, we have a large selection of organics in our store in the produce department. It's expanding all the time, and we're in the process right now of even expanding our boxed and canned organic foods. And so there's a growing demand for it, and we're responding to our customers on a daily basis.
What does it mean for you as a business to be here in Edina and to be supporting an event like this tonight?
Well, I was a resident for Edina for almost 50 years and just recently moved out to Eden Prairie, but was recruited to Jerry's Foods last October, so I'm still very well rooted in Edina, and so we're really playing an integral part in the community. If you come to our store, you'll see it's a neighborhood gathering spot. Our tagline is we're a neighborhood place, and it kind of evolved because that's what we became, so it became part of our tagline. So we want to become a part of the community and a growing part of the community. So when we have this opportunity to support the food event, we're all over it because it's just natural for our business. And we've known Wayne Kostrowski for years and Sue Zellickson for years. Hey, if you guys want to pay attention, this is really important. So, so we're thrilled to be here and thrilled to be part of the community.
You guys have a bakery. Your bakery manager over there was giving me some grief that I need to talk about the Jerry's Food Bakery a little more on the news.
We have a great bakery, and if you love donuts, we are our bakery's a destination in our store, and the donuts themselves are a destination, but we have two fabulous pastry chefs. Erica and Raven are here tonight. They did a fabulous cake, so if you haven't had the opportunity to take a look at it yet, you really should. It's celebrating the 20th anniversary of Taste of Edina, and we have a wide variety in our bakery, from cornbread to great caramelized muffins to French pastry, and the best variety of cookies and donuts in the Twin Cities, without a doubt.
I tell you what, this community is blessed with so many good bakers. We've seen such an increase in quality. I'm sure you're seeing it in the kind of candidates you get who want to come and work for you, because people are just, there's so many great places to learn from, and the customers, I think, are demanding higher quality.
Yeah, there's a continual demand for higher quality, but there's still the demand with the young kids. Kids are driving the parents every morning to the store to get the donuts, so we're not trying to be all things to all people, but we capture a lot of the mainstream crowd and the upscale crowd as well. So we're the neighborhood place.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks so much to Jerry's Foods. Let's have a nice round of applause. Thanks, Dale. Appreciate it. Very good. Very good. All right, we got about 10 minutes to go, and the chefs are going to work here already. Our Edina Grill competitors have their plate ready to go, just ready to plate this first appetizer, rolling up those spring rolls very carefully. They look a lot prettier than the spring rolls that I make at home, I'll tell you that much. Spring rolls, actually, I'll recommend, like, if people are looking for something to make for their kids for lunch, for school lunch, a spring roll is a great thing to make. It's very easy. You put it in the refrigerator overnight, and it works real well for lunch. You just take these, see these kind of spring roll. You can buy these. I'm sure you can buy these at Jerry's Foods. You can buy these anywhere. You get these spring roll wrappers, and they're kind of hard. See how it chips there? You dip it in the water just to moisten it a little bit, and then it gets that consistency that you're used to when you order it at one of your great restaurants. And you stuff it whatever you want with whatever you want. Load it up with vegetables. Put shrimp in there, chicken, kale, of course. And you load all that stuff in there, and your kids don't even know what happened. They don't even know what's in there. And you guys have one of those cool avocado slicers, too, right? Or did you do that by hand? Oh, that's by hand. All right, nice work. There's one piece of cooking ingredients, one piece of cooking equipment that I'm no longer allowed to touch, and that is the mandolin. Since the last time I used a mandolin at our house, I took a chunk of my thumb out. But that's how you know you're a legit cook, if you have a good chunk of your skin removed during a mandolin incident. That's the way to go. They had to keep it secret. The mayor was just commenting on how I had 3 women with me on the news this morning. Our weather guy, Matt Brickman, and his wife, Kate Brickman, just had a baby. So their little baby named Henry, and they're going to call him Hank. It's pretty cute. I think it's fun how kind of some of the older names are coming back. Look at this. Look at the beautiful plating we're seeing. As you see on the big screen, what's going on down here at McCormick and Schmick? So we have a little beverage that's going to be part of the presentation here for the appetizer. What's happening, Paul?
We're chilling the gazpacho right now.
All right, we're chilling the gazpacho. Very, very nice. All right, we're getting down to it. 7 minutes and 30 seconds. And Pinstripes is already on the board. Why not? Look at that. When you're done, you can definitely bring it over. I'm going to take a little picture here. Excellent. Yeah, so I can try it. Wonderful. That's very, I don't need 3 of them. I'll never be able to button my suit tomorrow. So Pinstripes is done. You don't have to use the full 30 minutes, but you sure can if you want. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. And we'll have the chef describe what his course is so everybody out there can get a good look at it. I think we have on Scott's camera. Here's a close look. Chef, come on over. And we'll give you Wayne's mic. Hang on 1 second. Let's make sure we're ready. There you go. Get it nice
All
and
right,
close.
what we have here is a tenderloin slider with a citrus and kale salad. Do appreciate the kale. Thank you.
Very
that
good.
added a lot of flavor and texture to the salad that we have. What you see shooting out of the top are popcorn shoots, little sweet flavors of popcorn to add a little veggie into your veggie salad. Enjoy.
Looks very nice. Let's have a nice round of applause for Chef Rob Kutcher at Pinstripes. Tell you what, last year this event was a real eye-opener to me because Pinstripes, I knew it as, you know, a fun place to go. You got the bowling, you got the lawn bowling, and I did not know the food was as good as it is. The food is fantastic. We went out and did a story for Channel 4 on it with Chef Nelson Pinos, and it is wonderful, wonderful place. In a beautiful venue, too. Such a nice design. Great patio now that we're finally in patio season. Oh, man, look at that. Look what's going on at McCormick and Schmick up on the big screen right now with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. That looks beautiful, doesn't it? All right, we're going to have quite a contrast. Always a challenge for the judges when you're trying to choose between a kind of a beef slider type dish and a lighter citrus salad tuna type dish. It's just a real statement about the quality chefs and the quality restaurants that we have in Edina. The growth of the suburban restaurant is really one of the biggest changes that I've seen over the past couple years. We see quality, of course. In the city of Minneapolis, the city of St. Paul, you see restaurants as good as you'll see around the country. But you're really seeing now the next wave of that evolution, which I believe is going to be more and more top-notch chefs coming out and working in the suburbs, especially here in the Twin Cities, because that's where so many of us live. And we want the same kind of quality restaurants in our neighborhoods that people have in the city. And we've got them. We've got them represented right here. Our judges are sampling. They're judging on 3 different categories. 5 points for flavor, 5 for texture, 5 for color, and 5 for plating. So a total possible points of 20. I'm not 100% sure about the color category. The judges will have to figure out what they want that to be exactly. I suppose if you're serving beef and it's green, you may not get a good score in color. Three minutes and 25 seconds as we get ready to complete the appetizer round here at the Taste of Edina Chef Challenge. Pinstripes already moving on to the second part of this. Kale is the secret ingredient, where kale is going to be featured in every one of our dishes. And I tell you what, all of these are absolutely gorgeous dishes. Kudos to the chefs and their teams. This is fantastic. Tell you what, when you watch this, it's so interesting to watch, right? We have the Pinstripes team, focused, efficient, quickly working. They're finished already with the first round, ready for the second. We've got the Edina Grill. Feels just like a Blue Plate restaurant should, right? They're chill over here. Everything's fine. Come in and have a beer. Have a good time. Nothing to worry about. Bring it over if you're ready. Well, let me check. Are you guys ready for a second dish yet? You guys want it? Yeah. I'll grab a plate over here.
Well, I broke it up.
I'll just take the plate. Yeah. All right. Very good. Sure. We got 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Edina Grill is ready to rock. Let's welcome Chef Martha Sibma. Chef, let's have a nice round of applause. Or not? They're like whatever. Everybody. All right, tell us what you've prepared.
It's sort of our Asian barbecue roll. So we have sort of an Asian mustard sauce and a barbecue sweet sauce with our beef spring roll.
Very good. It looks beautiful. The presentation is great. Thanks so much, Chef. Good luck in the appetizer round. Is the kale is wrapped around the inside of the roll? Is that? So the kale is part of the wrap. Yeah. You see the thin spring roll exterior, and then you see that kale right around the middle. It's got a little heat there, doesn't it? Lovely, very good. We have 35 seconds left for McCormick and Schmicks. You guys are done, right? No problem. Paul Noy says, no big deal. I got it. And here we go, our final dish. All of our chefs from these great restaurants have completed the first round with their appetizers. Let's hear it. Very nice. And so we'll get some thoughts from the judges in a second. There you go. All right. And let's get Chef Noy. Oh, we've got the gazpacho as well, right? That is correct. Yep. All right. So, Chef, why don't you tell everybody what you've done here?
Basically, I just have a simple citrus salad tossed with a little fennel, a little salt and pepper, a little rice wine vinegar. I seared some Cajun tuna, nice and rare, and I'm serving it with a chilled or gazpacho that is made of the secret ingredient, kale, and some other ingredients as well. So enjoy it.
All right, looks beautiful. How do you recommend just drink it? Or you pour it in there? What do you recommend?
I'm going to do for you. This is served tableside. This is a tableside dish, so it's wonderful. And there you go.
Look at that, the gazpacho poured over that dish. That is gorgeous. Tell you what, you pull up tableside there at McCormick and Schmicks, you're going to be real happy with a beautiful dish like that served for you. All right, very good. Mayor, here's your dish. Sue, are you good on the spring rolls here? No, I'm just going to swap it out for you. All right. So the judges will work. Are you guys ready to move on to the second part of the competition? You guys need a second, or are you ready? You're going. They're going for it. Let's put 30 more minutes on the clock. Boom, and here we go. 30 minutes for the main course side of this operation. These chefs are no dummies. They've been working in the initial 30 minutes on the appetizer, getting some of their work done for the main course. But we will check in with them in a minute. The judges are still tasting and judging the dishes for the first round. Our fantastic panel of judges, the mayor of Edina, James Hovland, Sue Zellickson, writer for Minnesota Monthly Magazine, James Beard Award winner, and a true, I always call you a treasure. I hope you like that, because I really think of you as a treasure in the Twin Cities community. Sue has been a champion for the local restaurant and food scene here before anybody realized it was a cool thing to be a champion of. And she has done so much for our local purveyors and restaurants. to bring attention to the great work that's been done in this community. And Wayne Kostrowski, founder of Taste of the NFL, Franklin Street Bakery, Tejas, done so much. Taste of the NFL, when the Super Bowl comes back here to the Twin Cities, it'll be a full circle journey for this amazing fundraiser that's done so much to fight hunger, bringing it back home to the Twin Cities where it all started. I'm hoping I can get in. I'm just hoping for an invite when they're back here for the Super Bowl. It's become one of the hottest parties of the year. I'm just saying, I hope I can get in when you're back in town. All right, I'm on the list. Very good.
Don't get a jalapeno, man. They are hanging on and biting, barking. In there? In here. Yeah. Oh, mine's still barking.
That's good. I think I'm going to try a little bit more sauce. Thank you.
I liked it. How do you guys feel about spice? Do people like spicy? Who likes spicy in the crowd? Who does not like spicy in the crowd? All right, it's always a little controversial. We'll find out. Edina Grill laid down some spice in that spring roll. What was the name of the chili again? Anaheim chili? Or Anaheim chili is the pepper in there. It's a little red in color. It's this bad boy right here. It's an Anaheim chili. Oh, we're right here. I'll show it over there. You know, that's hot. I like it. I like it. This is why I never get sick. My coworkers ask me, Jason, in 5 years, I don't think you've had a sick day at Channel 4. Like, it's just spicy food. Just eat as much spicy food as you can. Also, I eat. I think that's the difference, too. Got to have a little food in your system. All right, we have 26 minutes left to go here to decide who will be the chef champion. All right. So it looks like a significant amount of work has already happened here.
Yeah, we're just letting the beef rest right now that we've stuffed with the kale pesto.
This kale pesto smells wonderful. And let that beef, that was your work? Very nice. Well, we'll see how it tastes, right? Let's not get carried away. It may smell great. It may, you never know. You never know. It's all up to the judges. The judges make the big decisions. And they're still kind of fighting it out on round one. We don't have the final scores in yet, do we? No. I will say I just looked at the mayor's score sheet, and like a typical politician, everybody's a winner. You love them all. They're all fine Edina businesses. How could you vote against any of them?
I'm not. I'm a regular solicitor of all these places. A regular attendee.
They are wonderful restaurants. It is something that really, for this community, you guys, I mean, Mayor, why don't you talk to that? I mean, the restaurant scene here, it's phenomenal.
Is this on? Yeah, so this all happened when I happened to first get on the city council in the late 90s. People were wondering, how do you get a good meal in Edina? And Wayne Kostrowski, sitting right over here, who had the Tejas operation downtown at the time, said, well, you better be able to let us sell wine and liquor at a restaurant if you're going to expect to have a good restaurant here. And that, he was key, I think, to the city council determining that we wanted to issue licenses to folks to be able to purvey spirits and wine on a on-sale basis. So it was really the turning point.
It's hard to imagine today that there was a time where that was a fight that had to be had.
The only place you could get a drink and have a meal was at one of the country clubs.
Right.
And it's been a remarkable change since 1998 when Wayne moved Tejas down here. I think that was about the timing of it, 1999. And so he can be attributed for a lot of good things should be said about Wayne and his prescience on what should be happening in Edina from a food standpoint, and it's just been a proliferation of growth amongst good restaurateurs in our town, and we're really fortunate we have all these folks. Like Edina Grill is one of my morning offices.
It's a great restaurant, isn't it? Yeah, they've done a nice job.
Just there at Edina Grill this morning, but there, Eden Avenue Grill, a couple other places, regular stops for me in the morning. And Pinstripes and McCormick and Schmick's, regular stops as well.
Well, it is nice that in this community now you have enough choices of places to go, quality places to go, that just trying to keep up with it can be a bit of a challenge. I mean, it's so many great places.
Thank you. And we've got, more. I think we've got some more coming.
Yeah. It's become a destination, too, I think, where you look at what's happened with the Galleria and this entire, you have 50th in France, of course, but this area is really a hub for the entire Twin Cities. People will come here, which is great. I think it's great. Good for the retail, too, that you have down there when you have people coming to the restaurants.
More people living here. We've got 1,000 new housing units.
All the housing. What's the population of Edina now?
Just under 50,000.
Under 50,000, yeah. Been great growth. 21 minutes left. Let's do that first. All right, so I want to give the judges a chance to weigh in on the first round of appetizers and just kind of share their thoughts. They're not going to give away the scores, but they're going to tell us what their thoughts. We'll do kind of a quick shot thought on each appetizer. Let's start with the first appetizer that came out from Pinstripes. That was the tenderloin slider. And let's start with you, Wayne. Your thoughts on Chef Kutcher's appetizer from Pinstripes.
Well, I have to say it's very similar reaction this year to last year, except it's like once you've been recognized, like last year when they won it, it was more of a surprise. This year you're expecting more, and I think more was delivered. I thought it was a great dish. I think it was prepared to perfection, and what was I thought really. You can do sliders any number of...
A million ways, yeah.
1,000,001. Yeah. And this is the one that you want to do it. This is a great presentation.
Sue, it looked pretty, but that beef was so tender, too.
Well, I ate it with the bun and everything. Wayne took it apart. But I want to tell you, I wanted to finish the whole plate. It was absolutely delicious, and it was delicious to look at, too. When it came out, we just went, because he used...
You see it on the screen. It's just gorgeous.
Right, and he used the kale as not only as garnish, but it wasn't just plopped on the top. He had sautéed it, and it had a flavor. It was delicious. And I have to admit, we had to sell Wayne on kale because he said he really didn't like it. Well, he changed his mind on that dish.
Very nice. Mayor?
It was so delicious, I had to, in true Minnesota fashion, share one of them with you.
It was true.
And it's still waiting to be consumed, but you've been a busy guy here. Same thing, I thought it was beautiful plating, as they call it, how it looked on the plate. The presentation of it was just gorgeous. The sliders themselves, the beef had a beautiful texture to it. The colors were deep and robust, and the flavors of the kale and the rest of the salad in the center of the dish were wonderful, and so the flavor was really really deep and rich as well.
Very good. All right, let's move on to the second dish that we tried, which was the spring roll treatment from Chef Martha Sipma from Edina Grill. Let's start this time with Sue. Sue, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are I'm thrilled to see a woman chef taking part because we like to highlight our women chefs in the Twin Cities.
That's right, absolutely.
Give a clap for all the women chefs. That's right. So, Martha, thank you for taking part in this. And the Edina Grill is lucky to have you. I didn't know they were famous for spring rolls and Chinese food, but it's very good. Your presentation was beautiful. The sauce we were tasting on the side, we like that too. And it will make more of the people that are here tonight want to go to the Edina Grill.
Very good. Mayor?
Yeah, thank you. Same thing. I thought the presentation was wonderful. The plating, if you want to call it that. The colors, deep and rich. The flavor was terrific. And the texture, if you love Asian food, this is right there with some of the best we have in town. It was very, very well done.
Wayne, spring rolls are a very versatile dish, I think. You know, you have an expectation, I guess, of certain flavor profile there, but you can put anything in there, I think.
Well, I tell you, and particularly coming from Edina Grill, hats off to Martha for doing a spring roll from Edina Grill.
Right.
I always enjoy everything at Edina Grill anyway, but I didn't know that this was in the repertoire, and it was.
Is that on the menu, Martha? Can you get spring rolls there? Might be a feature. All right. Depends on the judges' comments. We'll see if it shows up as a feature.
Martha, will you get that for breakfast for Jim?
Jim would like that for breakfast.
No, it was it was a pretty dish. It was also one of the things I liked about the plating of it as well is that you left a lot of space to be able to pick up the sauce with everyone every piece you would take, rather than all gathered together and then you go after the sauce, so to speak. So it was a well done dish.
Yeah, in every bite it was there. Very nice. All right, congratulations, Martha. Our final appetizer we want to get comments on comes from McCormick and Schmick's. And that is Chef Paul Noy. Let's start with the mayor.
Thank you. Well, I'm kind of a sucker for raw tuna. I really liked what he did with the creative element, the kale, the way he mixed it in with this.
The gazpacho?
With the gazpacho to make that base for the meal itself. As you can see, another beautiful presentation. The tuna looks exquisite on there. And then the other salad portion of it was a wonderful blend. I just thought it was another terrific effort on Paul's part with respect to plating, color, flavor, and texture. It was a home run for me.
Wayne?
I like the flavor of it a lot. I was a little cool on the look of it and the presentation, the color. I thought it was too overbearing to have that much of the sauce of the soup on there as well.
So much.
And plus, I think I loved the tuna. When I separated the tuna, it was really good, but it kind of pulled it too much together for me, but it was a great plate.
The tuna had a Cajun flavor, but then with the gazpacho, it maybe canceled it out a little bit, Sue?
Well, we thought that it would have been good to just drizzle the sauce on the top rather than so much of it. But what was really interesting is the 3 different ways that the chefs use the kale.
Boy, how about the creativity?
Right. I mean, it was prominent in all 3 of them, but in different ways. So it was really nice.
Really good. Hats off to the chefs. Nice work with the kale. Judges, thank you for your thoughts as well. Go ahead and make some noise for the chefs. We have 15 minutes left to go. And I want to bring up Steve from Edina Liquor. No, who am I bringing up? Bruce? All right, we want to bring up Christy Meza from Blue Cross. Christy, come on up. Let's have a nice round of applause for Christy. Thanks for coming up. Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
This is a great, fun event, isn't it?
It's exciting. It's the first time I've been here, so this is awesome.
All right, now you are the Edina retail store manager. And in November, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota opened the first health insurance retail store in the state in Edina. Tell me what does a retail store do for Blue Cross and Blue Shield?
Well, we are a retail store located across from Cut Foods at Yorkdale Shops. We provide service to existing members, but also if you're looking for a health plan, you can come in and purchase a health plan or change your existing plan.
I tell you what, it's got to be pretty cool, and I'm sure customers appreciate it when you come in and you can actually talk to a human being.
We provide personalized one-on-one consultations, and we get thank yous, thank you cards, tweets, everything, hugs.
You get hugs? A health insurance operation gets hugs?
We get hugs. They appreciate us at the store.
I tell you what, as somebody who's had to navigate a phone kind of chain or a website, sometimes you just have specific questions that you feel like I don't want to spend 30 minutes looking through a website. Can I just go in and talk to somebody? And now you can.
Yes, you can. You can walk in, or you can come in, or you can make an appointment.
Are you finding that a lot of people, because of the changes in healthcare laws, are now coming and shopping for their own insurance?
Yes, they are. They're coming to meet with one of our sales associates, which I have top-notch sales associates. So they're ready to talk and help them and guide them through the choices and options they have.
All age groups, you see, I imagine?
All age groups.
Yeah, from customers who have questions on using it to maybe the younger generation where they maybe don't have health insurance at work yet.
Definitely. We get a lot of individuals coming in age 26 or any individual that needs health insurance. And so we have individual, family, and Medicare.
This is really cool. I think it's a great idea. I'm really glad that you guys are testing it out and seeing how it works. So far, so good?
So far, so good. So if you haven't come to the retail store, come on in and see us, and we'll give you a tour.
Very good. Christy Mesa, thank you so much. We appreciate your support here, and good luck with the store. Nice round of applause for Christy. A health insurer that people are giving hugs to. I mean, that's fantastic. We love it. Hey, we've got a course ready to rock. Look at this. Boy, this is beautiful. I will. All right, Chef Martha Sidma from Edina Grill. Why don't you tell us what you've done here? This is gorgeous.
Thank you. Sort of a play on a tuna niçoise. It's got the seared ahi and then sort of a Mediterranean salad with some fresh heirloom tomatoes and the kale in there, of course. And then there's a kale oil that's the garnish on your plate as well.
So kale, two ways on this operation. We've got the oil. And how did you make the kale oil? You just blended up the kale?
A little salt and pepper, yep, just right in the blender.
Cool. And it doesn't have, people I think of kale as having maybe a bitter taste to it.
Yeah, well, the baby kale is really tender, so you don't get as much of that bitterness as you do with the kale once it gets a lot bigger.
Boy, it looks good, doesn't it, everybody? Nice job, Chef. Congratulations. Thanks for taking part this year. And we'll have the judges go to town and eat it. We have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go as our other two, we're already plating. Pinstripes is plating. McCormick and Schmicks is plating. We've got these are real professionals here. They don't mess around. Where's Steve? There he is. All right, while the judges taste this first dish, McCormick and Schmicks is bringing over their dish. So you can go ahead and pile it up there. That's fine. While they do that, I want to bring out Steve Grousum from Edina Liquor. Steve, come on up. I know Steve's going to steal some of this food as we get at it. The wine was really... Steve is already getting a thumbs up on the wine that's been delivered. How are things going at Edina Liquor?
They're going well. They're going well. It's a great event. We have our spring sale that started today, so all the wine and beer that's you're tasting today is on sale through the Memorial Weekend.
One of the things I noticed when I was looking through the list of the wines that you're tasting out here is really how many quality wines you can get in the $10 to $15 price range.
Yeah, quite a few, and that's the sweet spot for wine in that 10 to 15 range. But check out the Ste. Michelle table in the other room. There's some high-end wines in there that you normally might not try at $70 a bottle that are a bargain right now at $40-some. So.
Oh, fun. That is the best thing about this time of year.
If you don't like it, you dump it out, try something else.
Exactly. And if you can buy a $70 bottle for $40, you feel pretty good about it.
We like that. So come on in and shop at Edina Liquor. We appreciate the business.
One of the great things about Edina Liquor, and I think what you guys have done a much better job at telling the story of, is how the proceeds go into the community.
Correct, yeah. All of the proceeds from Edina Liquor go back into the community, help support all the enterprises, parks, roads, things like that. So we appreciate the business, and like I said, all the profits go back to the community.
One of these days you're going to have to be open on Sunday, you know.
One of these days.
The rate we're going, give the legislature about 12 years, and they'll finally have enough votes to go.
One of these years. Yeah, it's coming one of these years.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Some beautiful wines out here today. Edina Liquor, they do so much. All the proceeds go back to the community, something that makes these municipal liquor stores so special in our state, I think. All right, we've got our next course up and ready to rock. Chef, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right, Chef Paul Noy from McCormick and Schmick's. You guys are doing so great, aren't you? Business is going well.
Absolutely, we're 100%. We're just flying every day.
People love it. I mean, you guys, it's quality, it's creativity, but people just love what you guys are bringing to the table.
Absolutely. I love the freshest products that we bring in, and it's just fun to work with.
All right, let's talk about what you made here today. This is also a beautiful plating. Tell me what we have.
What we have here, it's a rolled beef tenderloin. I call it a tornado with a Yukon Gold crouton, which has been seared and baked in the oven, served with a braised kale up on top and a little veggie salad on the bottom.
How do you feel about kale as an ingredient?
Kale is a wonderful thing. It's very flavorful, and it works well with other things. So I remember back in the day when it was a garnish on 90% of all the plates. But
that was it. You'd see it as this giant, beautiful, kind of flowering piece of lettuce.
Absolutely, and now it's incorporated and it's healthy for you. It's great to work with. So
it is nice to have a green, I think, that has some heft and has some flavor.
Absolutely.
Chef, congratulations. Thank you very much, and the judges will get tasting. These are some beautiful dishes coming out today. Thanks for taking part. Good luck. One more dish to go, Pinstripes. They still have plenty of time on the clock, 6 minutes and 27 seconds to go. As the judges look very happy with the first dish. All right, I don't want to put the heat on the other competitors, but I just tasted Martha's dish, and that was freaking awesome. It was really, really good. So you started things off on the right foot. The flavor on that was just phenomenal. You know, you guys get a voice in this, too. We want to remind everyone out there to vote for your favorite restaurant, and you can do that at the Think Mutual Bank table. So that's where you vote, all right? So make sure you do that at some point tonight because that's important. And since we're talking about Think, I want to bring Joe Rudder up on stage. Joe is the manager of the branch here in Edina. Joe, good to see you again this year.
Good to see you too.
So tell us about Think. Tell us about your involvement here in the Edina community.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Think, we were formerly IBM's credit union. Recently built a new location here in Edina, right behind the new Byerly's. But we're a full-service bank, and we really focus on an integrated approach, meaning that our customers can come into the branch and sit down with experts from 5 different business lines at any time. And with our mutuality, our customers are actually our owners. So with that being said, we always have our customers' best interest in mind at first. We don't have shareholders that we need to make profits for. Specifically within the Edina community, we do a couple of things. Obviously, financial support. We work with the Edina Community Foundation, helping their kids programs, as well as other nonprofits in the area, as far as Eric's Ranch and Veep. But more importantly, too, when we built our new location, we wanted to also provide our time and our resources as well. So with our new branch, we did build a community room as part of that. What that is that nonprofits and groups can come reserve that room at no cost. They can use that to hold meetings, hold other events that they may have. And it's a great way for us to also give back to our community in not just a financial way.
How great, because you have the space available, and you know, what kind of community groups do you guys get in there?
I mean, we get everything. We get everything from nonprofit groups to networking groups to book clubs to Edina newsletter groups, things like that. So it's a wide range of groups that we get up there, and it's a great opportunity for us just to really say, hey, you know what? We want to give back to the community, and a way to do that is to, these groups are great groups that support the Edina community. So a great way to help support them is to give them a space to meet and continue to do the great things that they do in the community.
But obviously, we know our community banks are so important as far as, like, when you look at the growth that we've had in small business and housing here in Edina, that support that you get from a group like Think Mutual Bank is huge.
Absolutely. We really focus on trying to be the best community bank possible. And with that being said, we really focus on the areas in and around our communities and the communities that we serve. So specifically with the branch in Edina, we really focus on, like you said, with the expansion in small business, housing market turning around. We want to be that community bank that you can come to and not have to deal with all the hoops to jump through and everything, and just get a straightforward approach and make banking as easy as simple as possible.
You guys didn't cause that banking collapse business.
Absolutely not.
That's somebody else. That wasn't you.
That was somebody else. That was not us.
Very good. Joe Rudder, thank you so much. We appreciate your support here at Think Mutual Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like our chefs are all done. Let's have a nice round of applause for our 3 chefs in the Taste of Edina Chef Challenge. Absolutely fantastic. Our judges are tasting right now the beautiful wrapped, got a kale kind of pesto in the middle of this beautiful beef from McCormick and Schmick's. And then we have one more dish from Pinstripes to taste, and we'll have the chef come over as we all, it's this social media world. We all have to photograph and tweet it and Facebook it. Sue's posting it to YouTube right now. Wayne's got it on his Facebook page. Somebody just put it on Tinder. I don't even know what's happening. Chef Kutcher, come on out. I'll give you, why don't you take Wayne's mic again? Because that sounded good before. And why don't you go ahead and tell us what you've made?
And Saracelli.
A gnocchi and Saracelli.
Saracelli, which basically is a gnocchi that is made with ricotta cheese. So we incorporate flour ricotta cheese to make our own gnocchi. I wanted to show you guys we could make it fresh and how fresh it comes out in the restaurant. We incorporated the kale into the gnocchi, so you actually have a gnocchi tuna Saracelli. And the tuna is marinated just simply with cilantro, red onion, and it's got olive oil, salt, and pepper. We finished the little accent there is apple blossoms, which are fresh. They've got a little pod taste to them, just kind of a going into the new season, lets you see the fresh things coming out.
Chef, how do you feel about kale?
Kale is awesome. You can use it whether it's heated, whether it's fresh, anyway. I mean, kale is an all-around ingredient, so I love it.
It is fun to be able to use it. We've seen all of the different chefs. I'm sure you've kept an eye on what everybody's doing a little bit. Different stuff. Everybody doing
I'm
stuff.
worried.
You're worried. He's feeling the heat.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
It is really good. Chef, thank you so much. We're so grateful for the time and the talent of all of these 3 chefs. And it's not just the chefs, it's their entire restaurant team that gives them the time to come out here and cook for you tonight. So let's have a great round of applause for Pinstripes, the Edina Grill, and McCormick and Schmick's. Thank you all so much. And now we wait. Now we wait to see what the judges will decide. The pressure is on. Who will be named top chef at the Taste of Edina? The judges will discuss. We will tabulate. I will come over and steal some food. That's how that works. I'm not above just eating off of other people's plates. All right. The judges have completed their judging. the hardest job of the competition, I think, deciding who's going to be the winner. So the judges are done. We're ready to talk about our second round, the entrees. But before we do that, I'd like Wayne Kostrowski to share a couple thoughts on really how the restaurant scene in Edina has changed so much. Wayne?
Thanks, Jason. I just wanted to say I was here last year, and I made some comments about how impressive it was, the restaurant scene in Edina. And what city or suburb you're from, you're going to say you've got great restaurants in your suburb. Of course you are. But I'm even more blown away, not only by the three chefs here tonight, but when you get out, those of you know this, so this is going to be, you already know this, but when you go out to dinner in Edina now, it is such a difference, and Jim alluded to it, that a decade and a half ago or so, there weren't as many choices. Now it's not only there are more choices, but the quality and the creativity of the restaurants in Edina, including the ones that have been around for a while. They're even stepping up their game too. So I think any of you that live in Edina, certainly work in Edina, and you're here because you do one or both of them, you should feel very proud of the community that we've got, and also to the city for opening it up so that more restaurants can come into here. And I will say, I will pander to my friend Dale. It's also, you see the difference in the quality of the groceries that are being offered, and what's happened even at Jerry's just recently. The bar has moved up, and it's because you've demanded it, you've supported it, and it's being supported by everybody that lives and works here. So hats off to everybody.
Thanks, Wayne. Thank you all. It's very true. It's very true. It's a total system. It's the restaurants, it's the ingredients, it's the grocery stores, the purveyors. It all comes together to let something like this happen. And the community supporting it, no question about it. Let's start with the first dish that came in. The first entree came from Edina Grill. Sue Zellickson, let's talk about the very first dish that came from Chef Martha Sipma. What did you think of that dish?
Well, you know how I feel about women chefs.
I do.
They rock.
They do.
And they work just as hard as the men.
Nobody ever said they didn't, Sue. Nobody ever said they didn't.
How do I really feel, huh?
I love it.
Anyway, Martha outdid herself. In fact, both of her items were really fantastic. She puts a lot of extra little touches in, and the use of kale. I loved it that she had it in the wrap as well. I mean, you could see it was almost like a picture. It was showing through, not in this choice, but in the first
round, right.
And then the same way too, that salad, all three of us said, can we take the leftovers home? I mean,
that salad was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And the tuna, when it came, I thought it was watermelon. I mean, it was slices of watermelon. Yeah. It was really outstanding.
The color on that. Jim, yeah. The color and the kale oil, I thought, was very flavorful too. It was very complimentary to the dish.
I concur with what Sue had to say. It came out, it looked extraordinary. The Mediterranean salad was one of the best I've had. And the tuna looked so special on the plate, and it was equally delicious to eat. And as I said earlier, I'm a sucker for tuna. I just thought Martha hit a total home run on this one.
Very good. Wayne?
Well, the only thing I would add is that the timing on a fresh, light, great tasting dish for spring just arriving. When that was put down in front of me, I thought, we're here now. We're okay. The snow's gone. We're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And the creativity on that plate was terrific. Absolutely terrific.
Very good. Thank you, Chef, from Edina Grill. Nice job. Let's talk about the second dish that came out. And I believe the second one we had was from McCormick and Schmidt. And that is Chef Paul Noy. The beautiful beef with that kale. The real kale there came from the pesto on the inside. Mayor, your thoughts on this dish?
Thank you. Well, as somebody said earlier, I mean, I thought all the chefs did an extraordinary job. It was really a pleasure to be included on this at the last minute. So
yeah, you got a pretty good
take
gig.
my thoughts with a grain of salt on all of this. But it was beautifully presented, very good color, and the potatoes were tremendous. I thought I don't know what was on there from a sauce standpoint, but they were wonderful. And the beef was, beef is, they always have great beef at McCormick and Schmick, and this is at those standards. I just thought it was a really good, solid dish, and Paul did a very nice job with it.
Wayne, Beef is a challenge in an electric range like this, isn't it? This ain't McCormick and Schmick's. This isn't exactly the ovens that you guys are working with.
I think I like this dish a lot because I guess the way I'd put it is that was the classic what you'd expect from a great steakhouse.
Yep.
And it looked that way. It tasted that way. The kale on top was very, very tasty. And it was an excellent dish.
Isn't that right, Sue? The kale on top, which looks so nice, but it really added, the way it was treated, the flavor of that was really quite nice.
Well, the fact that we've turned Wayne into a kale lover, his wife
How
is
about
going to be
that?
thrilled.
That's a victory tonight. Wayne hated kale before tonight. He hated it.
He hated it when he said
Hated it. I might be a little over dramatic.
He
but
did
you're
not
the
like
media,
it.
aren't you? The media, right? Exactly.
We don't hate anything. We love everything. This is a meat and potatoes town, and I think that he did a nice job in the presentation, doing something different with the steak. The potato, as you said, was delicious, Mayor, and I kudos to you, too, because every dish out here was a winner.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Sue. Let's get to our final dish from Chef Kutcher of Pinstripes. And that final dish was a beauty. The gnocchi with that beautiful pile of tuna on top and all the kale around it. We'll give Wayne the opening word on that one, sir.
As with last year, I was surprised, very surprised by last year with Pinstripes, and it was really good. I was expecting more this year, and I thought you brought more this year. You brought your game. This is a really nice dish, too. I thought the variety, the color was really good, but the variety, using gnocchi as a base, and then the little bite around the edge was nice addition.
Sue, I think, coming in tonight, I already love McCormick and Schmick's. I already love Edina Grill. Pinstripes is a place that I think last year was a real eye-opener. You're like, holy cow, they've got some awesome food there. And it continued tonight, right?
People go there for bowling and all the other sports, but they get a fantastic meal. It really should be right out in the parking lot so everybody knows it's there. The
Patio's
patio's
open.
open. Oh, that's good. And you can roast marshmallows all summer long. Well, it was a beautiful dish. It really was gorgeous the way it was presented. Did you make the gnocchi right here? And that is not an easy dish to make.
Put the
and the
kale
kale was in the gnocchi, and it was also in the tuna. So you used it all the way through.
To blend it in.
Good use of that wonderful kale.
Really nice. Mayor?
Thank you. When Dale Schwartz came up here from Chicago with this Pinstripes concept of bowling, bocce, and bistro, the council was quite intrigued with it. And they've just done a tremendous job over the time they've been here. They've got a beautiful spot over there on Centennial Lakes, beautiful outdoor patios, as Paul said. And the food is just rock solid day in, day out.
Yeah.
We go over there quite often. They do a wonderful job of supporting the community, especially the arts community when we have some of our public art openings. So we'll have one in June. And Pinstripes is a very gracious and helpful host. This dish, Wayne tried to steal my kale off this one because there was a lot of extra kale. So Wayne was all of a sudden all over my kale.
I'm going to start making Wayne smoothies and bring them over in the morning.
The tuna
My
I thought
kale
was
smoothies.
terrific. And they both dared me, both the other judges dared me to eat that red pepper bander on there. I just kind of swooped right through that.
Yeah.
That was great. And it was a very good dish. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Let's have a nice round of applause for all three of our restaurants here tonight. We will reveal the winner in just a moment, but first there are some thank yous I want to do. We want to remind all of you there are some prize drawings to be entered at the Edina table, at the chamber table at the Cahill Ballroom. So we're giving away a $100 gift card to the Galleria, which I think with $100 I could buy 2 of those orange ties that I spilled, those ties from Hammermaid that I spilled chai all over this morning, or $100 to Southdale Mall, a copy of Bring Out the Best from celebrity judge Wayne Kostrowski, and some other prizes. We also have did you see the Magnum bottle that you could enter? That's a $200 bottle of wine, so make sure you enter for that. Think Mutual Bank, that table is where you vote for your favorite restaurant for the Taste of Edina. That's in the middle of the main ballroom. Where's the Think? Where's your table? Raise your hand, the Think. You guys are right in the middle here, right? Yeah, they're smack in the middle over there. So vote for that. And the winning restaurant receives free advertising from the Chamber of Commerce, so pretty cool. We want to thank our sponsors, Think Mutual Bank, the Western Edina Galleria, PSAV, Edina Liquor, Jerry's Foods, and Blue Cross Blue Shields. Special thanks to our competing chefs, the City of Edina, Steve Grossum, Warner Stallion Appliances for helping us out with all the appliances on stage, and so many event volunteers who are here. We want to thank the judges. Can I have a nice round of applause for Wayne, Sue, and Jim, our judges today? You guys did a great job. It's tough, right? It's tough work. Somebody has to eat this delicious food, and these three are heroes for doing it. We want to thank the Edina Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and the Chamber staff. They do such a nice job putting this event on. Deb Hansen, Lori Severson, and Erica Hollum, thank you guys so much. Great work. Great work again. Thank you so much. All right, are you ready for the winner? Can I reveal the winners? Can we do it? Do I know who the winners are? Let me make sure I know who the winners are. Let's start. We have, for the third place and second place winners, we have $50 at Cooks of Crocus Hill. And this is the third place winner. And our third place winner is Paul Noy from McCormick and Schmicks. Thank you, Chef. Enjoy your $50. Very nice, and thank you for taking part. And all of you go eat at McCormick and Schmicks. This is like the most active winning. I'm getting my workout today. All right. Can I have both? Can we make this super dramatic? All right, let's bring our final two chefs. Come step up here. I know they're already up. Come up to the front. Come out from behind your tables. All right, we've got Rob Kutcher, Martha Sipma. Are you guys ready? Our second place winner at the second annual Taste of Edina from Pinstripes, Rob Kutcher. And our champion is Martha Sipma from the Edina Grill. Raise that trophy high, Martha. Congratulations. You did it. Congratulations. And you win $100 at the Cooks of Crocus Hill, and you get to proudly proclaim that trophy at the... That'll be up at the restaurant tonight, right?
Oh, definitely.
Do you have to go right back to work?
No.
Then no. She's like,
Up, and that's it.
that's it. Thank God somebody else is doing the work for you tonight, right?
Well, thank you very much.
Well, your dishes were fantastic. Your appetizer, I thought, was inventive. The use of the kale was kind of sexy, seeing it peek through the wrap there. But your entree is what sealed it. The flavors were just incredible, so congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's hear it for Edina Grill. Chef Martha Sipma is the winner of the second annual Taste of Edina. But really, you're all the winners because you have such fantastic restaurants and chefs here in Edina. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to the chefs. We appreciate it. And have a great night, everybody. Let's bring out Lori. I was just kidding. Let's bring out Lori.
Jason, thank you very much. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Jason DeRusha, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you for being here tonight. We know you have to get up early. Our judges, Wayne, Sue, and Mayor Hovland, who stepped in, thank you very much. Thank you all very much. I hope we'll see you back next year, same place. But you know, you still have time. You have another 30 minutes to enjoy more food and more wine. Have fun. Thank you.